Hello and welcome, viewers of McCaffrey Crafts live stream. I am your host, Francis McCaffrey. Who am I? I'm a fifth generation Blackthorn shillelagh stick maker based here in Ireland in County Kerry. I have been making sticks myself since 2007. So I don't know how many years that is now, 16 years, something like that. And my dad, my good dad, who always watches this live stream, he has been making sticks and working with wood since the age of 16 or 15, I think it is as well. I do come from a long line of woodworkers and stick makers as well, and have connections here in County Kerry as well as up north in County Fermanagh. So I want to say hello to all my Fermanagh watchers as well. I would be well known in Fermanagh, especially my family name. So anyway, guys, this is a weekly live stream that I do. In case you're new to this live stream, you're like, who the hell is this guy on talking nonsense? I'm Francis McCaffrey, and I own and director of McCaffrey Crafts Limited, which is the largest marketplace if you're looking for authentic Irish-made, handmade Irish blackthorn sticks, shillelaghs, and Irish sticks and things like that as well. I'm a big supporter of Irish businesses, and I think that all you guys should only support Irish businesses and Irish stick makers, because why not? We need it. It's an industry that it needs a bit of love. We don't get enough love from the tourism board or any of the national organizations as well. They never really put a big emphasis on craft makers or different things, or artisans as well. So they do neglect the craft people as well. And I have some ideas for a few lobby groups that I'm thinking of starting up again to promote the. Given that I have a kind of a bit of a moniker and a title of the Irish heritage custodian. And one of the big points, I think, is that a lot of craft makers in Ireland have to pay 23% VAT. No one likes paying taxes, while the tourism business and the hotels and people involved all in tourism only have to pay 9% VAT. So I might start a bit of a campaign soon, trying to recruit a load of craft makers to see if we can lobby some government officials to try to bring this up in the Dáil, about how the craft industry has been paying, has to pay like 23% VAT and stuff like that, and it might be something to do. Anyway, I'm going to be telling you guys what I've been working on this week. I have been working on a number of sticks, mostly cudgels and shillelaghs and monster, barbarian, insane type of sticks as well. I have quite a lot of them that I have been working on. So on this live stream, I'll show you guys some of the things that I've been working on, and some of the various things as well. Like I have been working on here. I can show you guys a few of these sticks. Here we go. So I have this stick. It is this is quite a big, large stick. This is 2.5 kgs in weight. Something like 29 inches as well. This is quite a very heavy and unique blackthorn cudgel. I can barely hold it. I need 2 hands to kind of hold this as well. And it is, as you can see, it's made from blackthorn. So I have this stick that I will be putting up on the website soon as well. I think there's 1 or 2 guys that have already expressed interest into the big cudgels as well. So I think that's about like 7 inches long and about 3 inches thick as well. So it is a very impressive type of stick. So if you're looking for a really heavy type of clobbering cudgel, here you go. You have one here from McCaffrey Crafts as well. Give you another look at it as well from all angles, so you can kind of see. It is another kind of monster stick. It's been Monster Week at McCaffrey's. I know Shark Week is coming up on Discovery every August. If you like sharks like I do. Good evening, Zero Fox. How are things with you as well? Mary Miles from Wyoming. Yes, it is a monster. But guys, this is a huge stick. This is like a 2.5 kg. But wait until you see what I have for you next week's live stream. the stick of all sticks coming in next week's live stream. This one is impressive. This one is a monster. This one is very rare. Something along these lines as well. They don't last long on the site. This is a very heavy stick. I don't have many pieces of blackthorn, 2.5 kg in weight cudgels. This is be one of them as well. But all I can say is that next Friday's live stream, I'm going to be showing a piece of blackthorn that I'm going to be selling for €500. And believe me, it's well worth it. It's all I can describe it as is insane. It's an insane piece of blackthorn. If you're looking for the rarest piece of blackthorn of all time, this one, it's 44 inches. It's a root. It's it's over 5 kg in weight, double the weight of this as well. And it's an insane piece. And the price will tell you that as well. That'll be one of those kind of pieces, display pieces, that you're not going to find anywhere else. Took me about 10 years to season it because it's awkward, but it is a pretty insane things as well. As your fox says, that's no stick, it's a log. It is indeed as well, but I don't think it'll save you. But don't put in the fire, those logs. Liesel says, hi everyone, I'm lurking a bit as I'm finishing off a guitar build. Yeah, a few people over in TikTok. I sent them your way. I don't know if they're go there or not. I actually did a live stream on TikTok, but to see it, no one. It was so funny. No one knew who I was. No one was part of the stick making community, and it was just like, it was like doing stand-up comedian to an audience that didn't really like you. Walk softly and carry a big cudgel. A famous kind of line from Walking Tall movie, I think it is. Lisa saying hello to Zero Fox and Mary as well. Does the bark ever fall off over time? The bark falls off the wood I collect. It can sometimes, it won't, like with blackthorn, it's got a really thick, heavy bark. So maybe at the top where your hand is wear and tear and friction, the bark might just become a little bit kind of loose from wear and tear, but you just sand it down or glue it back in again. But blackthorn is usually quite thick and sticks a lot. So it doesn't it's not a bark that falls off like say a rowan tree, the bark will start to peel a bit, or hazel it can as well. Or there's some woods that the bark does as well. As your fox says, hi Liesel. They're all saying hi to each other as well. And Roosevelt, actually, was it? I'm an Irishman. I don't know too much about American history as well. So it was an interesting quote from Roosevelt. Yeah, all I knew is that I always heard that kind of quote mentioned. That was it a Walking Tall movie or something like that, or was it Burt Reynolds or someone? I can't remember as well. Let's see. We have Kai Rifleman here. Says, hello, Francis. Enjoy the information you're sharing. Looking for my first walking stick. Checking out your inventory. Very good. I have a wide selection of sticks. I have walking sticks. I have some hiking sticks. Well, I need to make more hiking sticks. They're kind of low in quantity. Cudgels, shillelaghs, these type of monster sticks as well. I'll show you. Actually, I have a few more here I can kind of show you as well. And gun enthusiasts like Irish sticks because of the connection to weaponry and stuff as well. I have this one. I kind of like this. There's good weight and there's good balance in here as well. Here's another kind of cudgel, kind of barbarian type of cudgel. You can kind of see there the handle is quite interesting on this one as well. So it might be good for whatever you kind of need it for as well. It can be a nice little display kind of piece as well. Let me bring it back a bit so you can kind of see it. I kind of like these naturally occurring things in nature. They look rugged. They look like realistic of what people would be using, in terms of faction fighting and stuff as well. Like this one is pretty good. It's about 820 grams in weight, and I don't know, it must be about 26 inches or something like that in length. So that's a pretty good one as well that I have. I think that one's actually up on the site at the moment. The garage is like an oven. It's been out for a while. It's not been hot at all in Ireland. It's cold. I lit a fire yesterday. I was freezing. I was shaking me, gonads off at home, drinking warm cup of Barry's tea. The weather in Ireland, it's cloudy. The whole month of July has almost rained here in Ireland. I'm seeing all these heat waves everywhere. you know, people walking on the pavements is too hot, and everyone's saying the heat wave, heat wave. There's no heat wave in Ireland. Ireland had no summer. Back in June, we had a little bit of sunshine, was it for a few days, and that's it. But the whole month of July has been miserable. So if you visited Ireland in July, you would have, like, right now, looking out the window, it's raining, grey skies. The sun hasn't come out at all today. There's been no sunshine. You know, so in Ireland, we can go for months and months without even seeing sun. Kelly says, I'll be in Dingle. Oh, very nice. Dingle's about 40 minutes drive from me. You probably pass my shop if you're, depending on if you're coming from Cork direction. I'll be in Dingle in a few weeks. Hope to bring a black drumstick home to Iowa. If you are visiting my shop, just let me know in advance, because I'm not always in my shop. Or sometimes I'm working in the basement, and sometimes, you know, it's more of an online thing that I do, and not many people call to my shop. Every now and again, a few will call outside of work hours and different things like that. But I don't mind meeting and showing you guys some sticks. Let's see now. Stuart says, good evening, Francis. Good to see you well. My 2 sticks arrived. Great job done by you. Thank you, Stuart. And thank you so much for supporting Irish businesses and buying sticks directly from Ireland. Sticks that were grown in Ireland, made from Irish hands. The wood that was cut in the wild as well. Not something you would get, you know, in other places as well. I'm sure it's like 115 Fahrenheit inside the garage as well. That would be pretty hot as well. So I don't really know too sure. What's that about? Like 40 degrees or something? Shaking. Well, you can shake, rock and roll, whatever you want. I'm sure. Let's see now. So 115. That would be like I don't know. That'd be pretty hot anyway. Is it hot enough to fry an egg? Maybe that should be as well. I have another few sticks as well I can show you guys. Here's another one. Any of you guys looking for something? You know, what was that thing before? You were looking for gold. What's those sticks? And you just, like, you know, you hold the stick out and whatever way. No, looking for oil. That's it as well. What are those sticks that you'd see long ago? Like guys would like hold them or something, and they would be directed to oil or to treasures or something like that. Maybe this stick is one of them as well. So if you're looking for another type of nice type of cudgel or something like that as well. Actually, I have a nice piece that I can show you, that if you have an office and you're looking for, like, you know, a nice little display piece to put in the office, it's another pretty big, ridiculous piece of wood. But, you know, if you want to put that in your desk on an office, it's more like a desk thing. It's not really like a cudgel because it's kind of bendy, but it's huge. But it looks really good. Like if you put that on your, let's see what way it sits on your desk, like this way. Okay. If you put that like sitting on your desk in your office, if you're looking for a unique display piece of blackthorn as well, here's a really good heavy piece of blackthorn. And again, like, you know, blackthorn is good as a walking aid, as good as display piece. Some people came into my shop today and they just bought blackthorn to display in the wall, and sometimes they just want it in their office as well. You know, blackthorn is a piece of Ireland you're owning. Like, this wood is very hard to find as well. It takes it as well. Here it is. Divining rods, is it? Or diviner's rod? That's the one, isn't it? What's it called? Divining rods. What my dad's saying. A diviner rod for finding gold and water. That's it. Actually, I must make some of them. All right, Dad. Our new product range, diviner rods. We'll make a few of them. You know, because look, I'm the guy who knows to make money. Anyone who's known me my whole life is I've got the gold touch. I know how to make money anywhere. I know how to make money in recession. I have the right attitude. I'm willing to get off my ass and work. I've got a mouth. I'm willing to talk. I have no shame as well. And I'm willing to kind of, you know, do things that other people won't do. So just going out in the cold of winter, cutting blackthorn each year and not really enjoying it too much. Did you find a new source of blackthorn? I did. How did you know, James? I actually did. I found a new source of blackthorn. Actually, 2 new sources this week. It's location. It's a nice 2-hour drive away. But it's a very, very nice area to get into as well. So I actually have found there. And then there's a second place that someone scouted for me, and I have to go down to see them. They're going to show me it as well. And they're very nice. Like, see, you guys in the community who are in Ireland, you can scout out places and call me up as well. Like, you know, I got a call from someone down. I won't say the location because I need to check it out, but I'm going to go down to them now, probably in the next week or two. And all they wanted in return was just thank you or something like that. So I'm going to buy them dinner and give them some food and then thank them as well for finding some locations. So if you do see locations for blackthorn and you want to support an Irish business like my good self, you can let me know. And I'm always happy to scout out new areas and different things. But yeah, it's like I always get stressed out each year when I can't find places. Like I know places to find blackthorn, but like if they're hard enough to get in, to get out, it's quite time consuming. But like when you find a premium cutting site, it's the best feeling ever. It puts you in good form for the week. And last week there was no live stream because it was my birthday. I was 45 years old, and I decided to take a break and enjoy the day with my young son, who thought it was his day, and I had to buy him everything. Not my birthday at all. Do you still have Irish sweepstakes? I remember my dad buying tickets at like the lottery. Like we still have like a lottery in Ireland. Is that maybe what you mean by sweepstakes? Like people do, like you buy your lotto ticket and then every week you see if you won, but your chances of winning are pretty far between. But I know every now and again, if I'm feeling like lucky, like the thing is, like in Ireland, I don't know if it's like in different countries. When a bird shits on you, so a bird shits on you, it's supposed to bring you good luck. So anytime a bird shit on me, I go in and buy a lottery ticket. I don't know why. Maybe it's the autism kicking in. But anytime that a bird shits on me, which happens from time to time, never a pleasant experience, man. There's loads of crows and stuff around, and I'm walking under trees the whole time. And if you just go there in the evenings, the wrong time, you're gonna get destroyed. There's no blackthorn here in Kansas, but I'm sure you have other woods as well. And I'm sure there's a craft industry around local commodities and different things you have as well in Kansas. Collected an elm in Kansas. That's very good. Elm is pretty hard to get in Ireland, given the disease that came in and wiped out pretty much most of them one year. The ash dieback is still there, but it looks like this year the ash is making a little bit of a comeback, because the ash dieback, it destroyed loads of forestries as well, and it made kind of ash very difficult wood to get as well. Happy birthday. Yes, I was 45 years old. Been in stick making games since my 20s. That's the advantage of having a stick making family and a woodworking family. You just it's just in your blood. You just go into it as well. Let's see now. There's Osage orange in Kansas, which is a hardwood. I know many Americans work with as well. Dad is the vault of all information. The sweepstakes not for sale anymore as well. But you got to make your own luck in this life. The bingo nights are fun. Bingo. I went to bingo before. You can make a bit of money doing that. Kansas is 1,000 miles away from me. That's insane, man. It's hard to believe how vast the US it really is. But that's the thing. But when Americans come to Ireland, they see Ireland as this little tiny country and state, and they think it's very easy to drive around. Like we have some big highways and different things, but the roads are pretty challenging to drive for tourists as well. Osage orange, aka, is a common here, very hard and burns well. Yeah, I've seen many people recommend that as well. Hedging is always the best way to find kind of thorny bushes, because people use the hedging to separate, keep their land in, and to keep people away from the thorns as well. Let's see now. I figure you might know. Yeah, my dad is the source of information on everything. You want to know any gossip about anything that happens in town, my dad already knows it as well. No matter how insignificant, he knows everything as well. He goes to every event as well. And yeah, I'd be the opposite. I'm more recluse. I like to be a loner, just focusing on my obsession, which is stick making and just growing the brand. I really want to kind of grow the business, and it's kind of hard when you do nearly everything on your own. Let's see now. Yeah, my dad knows pretty much everything about the business as well. I'll show you guys another sticks until you ask me a few questions. Wait, I have another guy here. This type of stick was like the common type of stick that you'd see in a lot of like the old kind of pictures and different things. you know, you had this little kind of hammer thing at the well. Like they didn't really make it into like the round kind of bit. They made it more like a hammer, good for clobbering and different things as well. And I'll be putting a bunch of these ones up on the website probably over the weekend if we get a chance as well. You know, but Puck Fair is coming soon. The Puck Goat and the Puck Fair. If you're from Kerry or from Ireland, you might be familiar. This is a very, very, very famous festival that is in my hometown here, that happens just outside my door. It's called the Puck Fair. And the Puck Fair committee were a bunch of losers this year, we'll say. I think if you guys want to know about that scandal, the scandal in Killorglin with the Puck Fair, I can go into it or not. But yeah, the the committee were a bunch of wimps that gave in to a little bit of criticism. But not that I really like stay open during Puck. I usually close my shop as well. It's too chaotic and too crazy. You can't really make much money as well. The crowd that comes to Puck Fair, like they're just looking at the stalls. They buy a few different things as well. It's mostly like families that come to check it out as well, and a few rough boys that like fighting is always on the first night of Puck, isn't it, as they say. But yeah, that's the kind of the festival. So if anyone orders on the 10th, 11th, and 12th of August, there will be no couriers collecting. There's no collecting the sticks at that time because the shops are all like, the couriers can't get through to the shop or pick up locations because all the roads are closed as well. Yes, the Puck Fair, do tell. I can tell about Puck. It's a puck with a P. My wife heard that at first as well. Yes, a puck is a male goat. So every year for 400 years, the town of Killorglin has celebrated a festival by the name of Puck Fair every 10th, 11th, and 12th of August. And every day a male goat, is crowned king of Puck Fair. And for 400 years, a real live goat has been caught in the wild by the tough, burly men of Killorglin and brought to Killorglin town, paraded on the first day of Puck around the town. And then he is put on a stand up 100 feet in the air and left for 3 days, and everyone celebrates him as a king. King Puck. And there's all stories and legends around it that he warned the Irish of Cromwell's, soldiers that were coming, is one of these myths and different things as well. And there's lots of stories around it being the fair. And then there's a story with Daniel O'Connell and that he, found a loophole in fair days and to make it a goat fair. And, there's loads of different stories and stuff, but it's like everything, who knows exactly. But it has been going over 400 years. So for 400 years, the people of Killorglin pick a goat and put it up. And for 400 years, that goat has survived. It didn't die. It stayed alive on the stand. It's a bit weird, but it's a goat. It's not a person, as well. And here's where the controversy lies. Here's where the controversies lies. Every year, say for the past 5 or 6 years, literally 2 to 3 people will come to protest against the Puck Fair. One year they stood by the bridge here beside me. 3 of them, and they usually kind of protest against anything like this as well, and they're concerned for the animal. They're concerned for the animal rights. They're concerned for all of these things. And every year they come, they put up a few little stands and different things as well. And they kind of highlight that the poor goat is being mistreated, thrown up on the town, and and all of this. And then there's this dodgy radio station guy, Joe Duffy. He's like the Jerry Springer of Ireland, man. He just has such weird conversation. Joe Duffy. He's got a weird Dublin accent. And Joe Duffy talks nonsense the whole time. Complete, he's always trying to cause drama. You're in the bar and you're sitting with a group of friends and you have the one slimy friend and he's like, "Did you see that person over there? I don't like the way he's looking at you." All the guys causing trouble. That's the type of radio station that Joe Duffy is, and he doesn't care about Puck or anything. And last year they decided to do a call-in show, and everyone was calling in saying that the people of Killorglin were backward, we're stupid. We're like, terrible for doing all of this to the goats as well. And did they change themselves to get her to the road? No, they're a bunch of pussies. Uh, they wouldn't change themselves to anything. But things have changed in Killorglin. This ideology that was infecting US universities, this ideology which is spread around the youth of America, this culture that has gone, it has spread to Killorglin town, to our own little tiny town here in the southwest of Ireland, where we're just simple folks who look, we go out cutting sticks, we cut sticks, we're simple folks, and all the city boys up in Dublin, the city boys who are calling in to the Joe Duffy show, they were all complaining, oh my God, the poor goat, my God, man. It's like, and here's the thing is, like, I actually don't really care. I don't really stay around for Puck Fair. I think the committee, man, is full of weirdos. Like, all committees are full of weirdos, pushing their own agenda, like, by people who have too much time in their hands. Like, the Irish committee, completely there. So, like, I don't really, like, actually care about Puck Fair. It's like, I don't enjoy it. There's drinking and fighting. I can't open my shop. I've been headbutted, I've been spit at. It's like, it's good to see for the first time, but for me, I just don't like it. Like, I close during Puck. Anytime I have to open during Puck, I need security on the door, security in the shop. There's been guys like attacking, trying to shoplift, running in groups of kids. It's like the worst things ever as well. And we'll read a few more comments. I'll continue with the Puck. My Puck Fair rant. My Puck Fair. James, stop goats. I saw Goat Fair in Ballykissane, that inspired by Puck Fair. That was a reference to it as well. You're right about committees. Committees are full middle-aged women who maybe life didn't really turn out how they want, and a few guys who are very very effeminate, and the kind of guys that they might have got wedgied or when they were at school. But anyway, going back to this drama. So anyway, because of this phone station last year and a bit of press in the newspaper, the Puck Fair committee, being the spineless jellyfish that they are, shaking in their little boots, they decided to listen to the tiny little voice of these callers into a Dublin troll radio station, these tiny 3 people that come each year to do it, and to the internet comments. God, the poor internet trolls, the guys on the internet who set up 4 and 5 different accounts, brand new Facebook accounts, if you actually looked at it. And they started saying, oh, the people of Killorglin, the goat, oh, the poor goat, how dare you abuse the goat and the animal. A tradition for 400 years. Again, I have to say, I just kind of think it's idiotic. Like, I wish the committee had a bit of spine, told the guys to feck off, went on to Joe Duffy and like told him to fucking get a life. We're going to do it no matter what. If you don't like the festival, get lost. I kind of like, that's my type of attitude. But that's why I'm not on these committees. I've had dealings with these committees, man, 10 years ago. Like they're weirdos, man. They are as well. So anyway, these jellyfish on the committee, and you are jellyfish if you're watching, lads. Not that I care about Puck Fair. Not that you come here looking for your donation to give me money and stuff like that. You get nothing out of me for it as well. It doesn't benefit me at all. I've got a few black eyes, almost a broken nose from Puck Fair. It's not something that I enjoy the festival as well, but it's a really good festival for tourism. You come here, the goat's there, you see a goat, you see a live goat in a stand, you're like, these people are mad. These people are insane. And, that was the whole appeal of going. It's like the running of the bulls or, something that's just insane that you just can't get your head around. Full of Karens. Yes, Mary, they are. My mom's name is Karen. How dare you, Mary? My mom's name is Karen. But that's funny. Like, actually, it's funny because Aaron's always teasing my mom about being a Karen as well. But my mom is like never complain. My mom is the opposite of Karen. She wouldn't complain even if she has right to complain. Like my mom should complain for things and she's like, oh no, it's all right. Oh, it's okay, it's all right. Committees are mostly owls. They are indeed. And we have a rattlesnake hunt in PA with live rattlesnakes. No, James, no, that is wrong. You got to protect the rattlesnakes. Who cares about tradition, man? Who cares about tourism? You know, there's 3 people that bothers. So no, you cannot do this with live animals. So anyway, I'm still not finished the Puck Fair story. I'll read one more. I'll tell you the outcome as well of the jellyfish. I have seen, oh yeah, old white ladies, yeah, actually old white men as well. Actually, there's some blow-ins that are not from Killorglin that have infiltrated the committees with their rogue ideology. Some blow-ins that have only been here for the last few years. I see they have the horse fair as well at Puck. Yeah, the horse fair is the first day of Puck, I think. Then the cattle fair, and then the sheep fair as well. The smell of, oh man, the smell of shit. It's such, this thing is, Puck Fair is such a shit show and such a spectacle and such, like, you know, insane. That's the whole appeal for it as well. They're like, the whole appeal of Puck Fair is that it's a shit show. Like, literally, there's shit all over the streets from all the animals. Like, the cow fair has all cow shit all over the street. If you're wearing white shoes on that day, it's like literally destroyed. You have, like, you know, the itinerant community coming in, being very boisterous as well. You have locals like fighting against people from all over as well, drinking non-stop. The smell of puke on the second day of the morning is unreal. The goat up in the stand, it's like, it's amazing for tourism. Like, where are you going to see such a spectacle? You know, like, it's the most like anti-woke festival that you can do as well. It's kind of insane. Let's see. I'll wait. So I know some really great girls named Karen as well. I was only messing with her. I know he didn't mean to insult my good mom. My mom be crying now. The Green parties are shit stirrers. The Green parties are, I'm not a fan of. You know, they're hypocritical. They should not be in power. They only got a few extra votes because people wanted, you know, to stop the other political parties, so they voted for them as well. The Green Party in Ireland, not a fan. If you're watching Green Party, up yours, you're hypocrites, and it's a well-known fact based on factual evidence. Like the scamming you did, the claiming that you've done as well. You know, the salaries as well, your unvouched expenses. Don't get me started as well. So anyway, the Puck Fair spineless wimps that they are, they're not going to put the goat up for too long this year. This year, the first time in the history of 400 years, they're going to take the goat, they're going to put it up, put the goat up, everyone crown him, bring him down straight away. Then on the last day of Puck, they'll put him up again and bring him down straight away. And the big talk is they don't want to use a real goat anymore. The spineless cowards in the committee want to use, and this is, I'm not even messing. They want to use an animatronic goat. They want to put an animatronic goat. Now, last year, just to explain the context, it was really, really crazy hot in Killorglin. We had a heat wave, none of the others. And the goat has a big, heavy wool. Like, even if the goat was in the wild, in the heat, it was going to be. And it was fed, it was given water the whole time as well. And, you know, and again, it's a goat. It's like, sometimes these boyos, they, you know, these animals, like, you know, there's different, like an animal and a goat, a human and a goat, there's a big difference as well. Like, you know, people eat animals, and that's a whole or no whole debate as well. Good evening, Francis. Good evening, Steve. Brian Keller, hello. And you have the American and the Shamrock. So anyway, the spineless boyos in my hometown, they gave in to the woke brigade. They gave in to the tiny little chirping voice. And Puck Fair this year. Now, there are a few lads around Killorglin that have been a little bit vocal about this. Like, no one's actually been as vocal as me just now on it as well, about Puck Fair as well. Hello, Jim. How are things, my man? So I was just telling the story about the festival controversy here in my hometown of Killorglin, where I am based. I'm a stick maker out of Killorglin, County Kerry. And the spineless committee got scared and aren't doing this as well. And my dad, a blow-up doll goat for the committee members as well. Yes. I think that's what's needed. Spineless, like, I presume there was a vote. I'm not sure everyone in the committee voted for this as well. But you know, there people in committees, they're you know, there might be one or two entrepreneurs in there kind of like, just trying to push, to get people into their business and stuff. But the rest of them, they wouldn't do anything in their life. It's kind of disappointing. Anyway, David Costello says, hello. I'm thinking about one of your shillelagh sticks. I'm 5'9" and just about to have knee replacement. How do I judge the best height for the stick that I will need? You will need 35-inch stick. So 35 inches. There you go. So anyway, guys, I'll be working, as I said, on a load of like cudgels. They're going online over the weekend. I have uploaded again. I can only upload about 20 or 30 sticks a day. It's just the internet. It takes so long to upload the images. But as soon as I can get, usually in the afternoons, I get someone to mind my son, so I can go and upload some sticks as well. If anyone knows of any blackthorn hedges or want me to come out to look at any areas, I am welcome to get in touch with me and to do that as well. Anyone in Ireland who has seen bunches of blackthorn and want to support an Irish business and continue the heritage products that I am bringing to the world, and that is something as well. So is there any questions that you guys in the community want to ask me about stick making, about blackthorn, about some of the woods I use, or anything like that? If you're new to the live stream, just don't worry. Just come in and you can ask me any questions that you want as well. And yeah, thanks for your guidance as well. Yeah, it's no problem at all there. It's easy enough. Like so usually you just do half your height with shoes on, which gives you a bit of extra, and divide it by 2. There's several ways to kind of do it, but like I just know from memory everyone's height. I know what sticks will do them as well. And look, you got to get that hip replacement done. Once that's done, you get used to it. You'll be feeling a lot better as well once you get through the hurdle that'll be ahead of you and challenge. And if you have the right mentality, to go through it as well, if you have that fighting Irishman, and your name's Costello, so of course you have that in you as well. You get through that. I think my dad's friend, wasn't it, Pat, got his hip replacement, and he'll be sometimes you just need to do it. I think you'd asked before, but what is that shiny finish? Yeah, just a final gloss finish as well. You don't want to make it too shiny or too thick. Like I usually always use like a thin coat, thinner than most people as well. If you go like too thick on the finish as well, like it looks really good and you can polish it up really well and it takes great pictures and stuff. But after 6 months of wear and tear on the handle, like rubbing against a really, really thick finish, you'll find that it kind of like gets a little bit kind of sticky. While if you use like a really kind of thin finish, like if you're using it for six months, you're coming down, and if you wear off the finish, you're just hitting the sealer, where the sealer is like on the wood as well, and it doesn't feel as bad. And then you can just add a bit more like touch up with finish every now and again through wear and tear. But you don't really need to add like every few years as well, and depends how much friction you're kind of putting on it. But sticks, they last your lifetime. Let's see. David is sorry, knee replacement. Sorry, was I say hip? Oh, sorry, knee replacement. Yeah. I had hips on the mind, so knee replacement as well. Okay. But yeah, look, if you need that operation, you got to get it done. I'm sure sooner or later my shoulder's banjaxed. I'll have to get something done in it as well. But you kind of adapt in different movements as you get older as well. Like I'm 45 now. I guess I'm at the halfway stage of life. I'm going to live to 90. That's it. I've announced it. So as soon as I'm 90, that's it. So I've halfway. That's the thing. Like we're all going to live. Like statistically wise, we're all going to live to in our 80s or something, and that means we still have a lot of life left to live, and a lot to kind of do as well. Like I think this kind of thing that you retire at 50 or 60, like what's that? You got to keep working and just do something. Like maybe you just like change your job from what your profession is to doing something you like. But by the time you're 50 or 60, usually you've figured out how money works. You've figured out how to have some savings, and you've already taken care of your family, and hopefully they've grown up and they're not leeching off you anymore, so you can save some bit of money. So that's always a good thing as well. But yeah, keep the questions coming there, guys. If there's anything you want to ask me, again, I make myself available every week for about an hour to answer any questions that you guys might have about blackthorn or anything else as well. I posted a video earlier on my YouTube, just going through a lot of the cudgels as well. If you haven't seen my YouTube shorts, I've started doing them. I've been a bit more active on my Instagram, so if you want to go over to the Instagram as well. And for all, surprisingly, there's a lot of you old fellas on Instagram. All you guys are like walking sticks. There's a big bunch of you guys starting to be over on Instagram as well. So, sorry, not Instagram. I mean on TikTok. So I'm also on TikTok as well. I don't think I live stream over there. I tried a few, and it's a bit actually when you live stream on TikTok, you can actually change how you look very dramatically, and I was shocked. So like when I live stream now on YouTube, this is me, this is how it is. But when I YouTube, when I go on to TikTok with the camera, you can make yourself thinner. So like you can like literally sculpt your face like this. So if you're seeing people live streaming on TikTok and on these devices, like they don't look anything like that. Like the minute you try to live stream, all these options come up where you can like lighten your skin color. You can get rid of all these wrinkles. You see these wrinkles here as well. You can darken your hair. You can like make your teeth whiter. All before you live stream. And I think the funniest thing is you can contour and shape your face the way you want it. So you can take off the cheeks, you can take off the double chin and everything. So like, you know, any of you guys that are simping over on YouTube or TikTok for all of those like, you know, hot TikTok models, you know, they could really look like Shrek in real life. There's so many filters you can use, man. I was looking at it and I was like, damn, I look like Brad Pitt over here. But you know, that's the wonder of filters and different things as well. So coming into the month of August, as I was saying there earlier, I can't do any shipping on the 10th, 11th, and 12th of August because of Puck Fair, the festival. So if you ordered then, it will just go out probably the day after when the courier start collecting again. Usually August isn't too busy. It still gives me time to put some plans in as well. And I put a load of hazel sticks back onto the to site. Shrek, yes, some of them actually do, man. If you like meet some of these influencers, which I have because I've had to over the years do advertising and stuff, they look completely different than you know. Shrek is what I'd say. One time the interviewer was shitting in his pants in the 50s and the Herman Munster suite from 1975. Oh yeah, the Munsters. Didn't Rob Zombie make a remake of that and stuff like with Eddie Munster and Herman and Lurch, wasn't it Lurch? And I can't remember the girl's name. Was it Kelly or something? I used to watch that a lot actually when I was a kid. The Monsters. It was actually all right. That and what was the other thing? The Groovy Ghoulies and the Addams Family, but not so much the Addams Family. The Monsters always seem to be a bit better as well. But yeah, is there any other questions that you guys would like to know, or anything that you would like to ask before I run out of things to say? Usually I kind of will just go through the things that I'm working on, but I think I've kind of covered already all the things that I'm working on. Is it bank holiday this Monday? Oh, I'll probably be working anyway or something like that. Yeah, the August bank holiday. So yeah, any orders that actually any of the orders that came in late last night that I didn't get out this morning for the courier will be going out actually on Tuesday. So that's all right. So I think I have 5 or 6 orders that have come in and probably 2 or 3 more. And usually from this live stream, I usually get a bunch of orders afterwards. So yeah, so the next courier collection will be on Tuesday. So if you order today or tomorrow, it'll be collected on Tuesday by the courier. So you probably have it by Friday or the following Monday at latest, based on that as well. But yeah, thanks for that. I actually forgot it was a bank holiday as well. It's going to be raining, I think, for the whole weekend, so not too much we can do to go out. I mean, with Aaron and different things as well. But I have to figure out something to do or someplace to bring him as well. Okay, guys, there's not too many more questions there. I might kind of finish up there soon so I can grab a nice cup of tea because I forgot to bring myself a nice drink or something like that as well. So let me know, guys, if you have anything else you want to talk there as well. For another few minutes, I'll kind of stay here and then I'm going to go back to my life. And again, as always, thank you for supporting. I will be launching a lot of merchandise soon as well. I have a lot of artists working on a number of different pictures for me as well. So I am launching a nice thing as well. Thank you. And I say hi to Aaron. I will indeed, guys. All right, guys. Unless there's any more questions there, I'm off. thank you very much, and thank you for watching the live stream. I'll try to put more content online as well. And as always, I really do appreciate you guys here to join me each week and for supporting my business, my craft, and really supporting like an Irish business like myself.